everybody, welcome again to SDVoE Presents Face-to-Face AV with Justin Kennington. That's me, your host, and I'm joined today by Midhat Devedžić, who is a technical project manager and solutions architect for Advantech. How'd I do?
That's correct. That's
Midhat,
correct.
welcome.
Very nice, very nice.
Thanks for sitting with us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's really nice to be here, and yeah.
Tell us just a little bit about Advantech, because it's a huge company that maybe everyone doesn't know.
So yes, this year Advantech is celebrating 40 years. It's a Taiwanese company, but with a global presence, with offices across the world. I belong to the Europe office. I'm based in Düsseldorf. It's an office of 20 plus people. So within that office, many different teams are located, and then many different product lineups are discussed every day, which help us to improve, because some of the colleagues are focused on a medical industry, some of the colleagues are focused on the industrial, some of the products work in the embedded field. So it helps us to improve our internal knowledge, and also to improve the products by working all together from all these different sectors and fields.
You were telling me when we were chatting before the show that as you've been around, we're at ISE 2023 at the moment, as you've been having conversations with customers that show, you've been discovering some new application areas for SDVoE products.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So as I told you before the official start of the interview, yesterday, or not only yesterday, the previous 2 days, we were discussing with many different companies here, and many of them do not come from the same market, from the same application use cases. But one of the, I would say, most interesting application and use case yesterday was the company which is specialized in the augmented reality, building the studio's virtual reality. And we have been discussing about our industrial servers, our 4U units, and how they can help them to, achieve something which is not maybe possible or feasible with the different products or with the different vendors. And then on top of that, they had a question if they can leverage the SDVoE in their operations, because they're now using the regular HDMI cables, or they're using the regular fiber to transmit video from the 4U unit to a remote location, which could be within the same building, within the same floor, but still the cabling management becomes complex.
Sure.
It's a mess, and they have been exploring SDVoE, but for them, using SDVoE in a small box or small appliance still is not something that they would like to proceed with, because they need a lot of space. For example, if they have a 4U unit with 3 GPU cards, that's like 6 display ports output. Mm-hmm. And then if you add 6 devices to that,
6 separate encoders.
Again, it's a mess. So they ask us, like, okay, you have the SDVoE capture card, but what about SDVoE output card, PCI output card? And it was not the first time we heard about that request. So yesterday, after they left our booth, we sit and discussed and brainstorm, okay, is it possible, how we can do it? And there are solutions, there are options. Maybe they are not neat or clean as they could be, but it's possible. So now we are exploring other, let's say, market possibilities to see if there is really a market need for that, or it's only this company that needs a solution like that.
Sure. No, it makes sense, and it always pleases me to hear about SDVoE moving out of just standalone encode decode into the edge devices, right? Into the displays we see from Christie and others, into the source devices. What's what we're talking about here. I can imagine for you that there's a whole world of media server companies out there, which is kind of what your AR guys are doing, but so go attack those guys. Get some media server business.
I would say that the first step would be to to talk with there are many different companies that do the augmented reality. For example, a company across our booth is also doing augmented reality. They are using some of Advantech servers. So, of course, we'll explore the market, see if there is really a need, and then, as I said, we do a lot of different products. So for us, it's not so tough to develop a new product because the knowledge and expertise within the company is really broad and really high.
Yeah. You guys are willing to take risks and do different things. Speaking of different interesting products, tell us about the Vega 1200.
So Vega 1200 is a really interesting product. It's basically a combination of a SDVoE device and a streaming device. Because besides the SDVoE, we also focus on the broadcasting market, on the encoding, transcoding solutions. So one of our products is called Vega 2002. It's a ultra small 4K mini encoder. And with the SDVoE and standard contribution broadcast encoder, we combine that into one box. And now with the capabilities of the SDVoE, you can also now transmit the same signal outside of the local network to remote location using different protocols like SRT, like RTMP, RTSP, even ZigSee. We are working on ZigSee protocol to add it as an option.
And that's now a nice low bandwidth 264, 265 stream.
X264, X265, low compression, also possibility to record that content on an external USB drive or to store the content somewhere remotely on some storage servers. Compressed content, of course.
And you're using an SDVoE transceiver device, right?
Transceiver, yes, transceiver.
Meaning the SDVoE signal could come in and be bridged to 265, yeah?
Yes.
Or you could have, I guess, a local HDMI signal being encoded to SDVoE and to 265 in parallel. Is that right?
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. See what I mean? Cool, flexible products.
As I said, very interesting product.
Awesome. Well, Midhat, thank you for joining us and telling us about that.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Yeah, very nice.
Awesome. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you don't miss an episode of Face to Face. And thank you for watching Face to Face AV.